Hello. Hello.
Okay, we're ready to start.
Are we?
Yeah.
Guys, do you know what day it is today? Today, hang on. I know it's the 26th, but it's Coke's birthday. So happy birthday, Coke.
Coke.
Yeah.
Put some context. Not Coke.
No, Coke, my friend, not Coke the cocaine or Coca-Cola. Yeah. No one's thinking about that. Because today's January 26th, 2018. To my right, I got Farghini. To my left, I got Buddy. I'm Alejandro. And let's talk about cars, yo. Now hit it, Pedro.
By the way, how do you know it's Coke's birthday?
Because he's my friend.
He's his
I've
friend.
known
What are you talking
him
about?
since I was like
You know,
4 years
you know
old.
all your friends' birthdays?
No, only a
Just
few.
only a few.
I know
Interesting.
Cokes, I know Nidols, I know Rodrigo's,
Do you
I
know
know
your-
Alejandro's.
Do you know
I
your wife's birthday?
Rico's.
Quick. What's your wife's birthday? Quick.
April 3rd. That's easy.
All right.
That's easy. Get
What's
the fuck. Hey,
what's my birthday?
September either 10th or 12th.
10th.
What's my birthday?
Fuck you.
What's my birthday?
March 7th.
Yep. 1977.
Jesus.
I only know that because I'm
December.
7th
You're December 7th.
and you're March, and
Yeah.
I got
Hey, we
married
only
in
know it
March,
because we-
Persian New Year.
We only know it because we did a whole campaign around giving away a smart car last year.
That too. And also on yours, Nidols is either the same birthday that you have or the 12th. I can never remember because of the 9/11. We were
Yeah.
going to celebrate Nidol's birthday, and I can't remember if it was before or after. And ever since that, I've been fucked in the head by that.
No, I know what it's like. I know what it's like.
It's been
for
great.
sure.
What do we got on the topics for today?
So the community provided a ton of topics, and we had to whittle them down to just a few because there's so much, and all of that came from Salomondrin.com. If you're not there already, you need to get your butt over there and be
What
a
are you
part of
waiting
it. There's no
for?
sense because it's free. It's free for you to join the community and
watch all the
participate.
videos and everything.
But if you want
Absolutely.
additional perks, $269 a month.
That's
Hey,
right.
We're just saying
Boom.
it, just throwing it out there.
Boom.
But
Thank
the
you.
very first question comes from Zach Harmon, and he's just saying it's just a little warm up.
What a great name, by the way, Zach Harmon.
I know it is.
That's
It
a
is.
star. Like a,
yeah.
that's a
Right? Like
star
good
name.
name.
Like
It's a
that
good
dude.
name.
Like that dude should be on Star Trek.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like he sounds like a Star Trek, like a big
What is
actor.
it? Zach Harmon?
Yeah.
Zach
Yeah.
Harmon?
Or like a big
or a big
composer.
I say a big
Or a
pop
DP.
star. Pop star.
Yeah.
That
And now
too.
introducing Zach Harmon.
That's more like a stripper, but you get the point.
So he's asking, who's going to win the Super Bowl, and who do you want to win? And Farshad, you can just flip a coin if you want.
Yeah. What? How much do you know about what's going on? What are the
can
two
I do
teams
it?
playing?
Hold on.
What are the two teams
That I
playing?
know. I know that. First of all, Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Like what a ride they've had.
Don't let this guy fool you, guys. He knows nothing about
And then
football.
Tom Brady, of course, because Giselle.
Because
Giselle, that's
who's going to win? So who's going
I'm
to
not
win?
going to say that. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to pick the brand that's going to be purchased the most from the team that's going to win. I'm going to say Cadillac. I'm going to say how many players?
Oh,
how many
no.
players? How many
You're
players on a
actually
team?
wrong.
How many players on a
52.
team? There's 52 players.
Yeah.
Let me do some quick math. Okay, 30 Escalades will be sold, 20 S classes, and the rest will be like humongous pickup trucks.
By the way, this is what Farghini loves doing for real. Every time there's a sporting event, whether it's a boxing match, MMA, whatever it is, he's always like, "What car do you think the winners are going to go buy?" Like with the whole McGregor fight was Rolls Royce versus
exactly.
Mayweather.
And then I want to add one more twist. Okay, and then when all these cars are purchased, what's the percentage you think that will get repossessed?
I'm not gonna.
I don't think any of them, because I think all of them are going to probably pay cash.
You could still get actually you can't get repossessed. You
Well,
cannot.
no, but then later on you can get a title loan.
Yeah.
Which of these 52 cars will end up at a title loan?
I'm not going to take
auction?
that. Just tell us who's going to win the Super Bowl, and then I'll tell you who's going to win something else.
I think the Patriots will win, and just because of Giselle. I mean, because I think
Brady's going to be motivated enough. Like,
yeah, because I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
get to
I
go
feel
back home and
exactly.
do that after I'm done.
Because
with
the thing is,
these.
if Giselle's your girl, you want to go home a winner or a loser? Which one you want to go home?
No,
There
winner.
you go. That's why
we've
Tom's
all
gonna-
seen
Tom's
what
gonna
happened
win.
with my Giants.
Yeah, and then also they've been together a while, right?
Oh yeah.
So in the bedroom, you got to like spice it up. So I'm sure
Yeah.
that his performance on the court
matters in the
and
bed.
then
And then what if their role play was like, I'm a dirty referee, and and Tom's like, all I'm trying to do is get to first down. Oh yes, you are.
and baby, come deflate my balls.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
I'm probably pushing against the grain on this one, but and it also goes against what I stand for as a Cowboys fan.
Oh,
But
why are you going to
I'm
say
saying
what
the
you're about
Eagles.
to say?
I'm saying the Eagles, and let me tell you why. Their defense is on fire. Fletcher Cox is
Excuse me?
is causing mayhem in the backfield.
he is.
I bet
He is a
I bet he
monster.
is in the back
He's a
end.
monster. One of my friends I graduated high school with, she's married to Malcolm Jenkins, and he has had a tremendous
Yes.
season. The roller coaster ride that Farghini speaks of, they lost their MVP quarterback in Carson Wentz, and Nick Foles steps in, and he has been a monster.
Oh, by the way,
A monster.
Giants. Why are we looking at any other quarterbacks? Nick Foles is going to go to the bench, and this team going to go somewhere else. Let's take him anyways. Go
No,
ahead.
exactly. But
Please.
there's a side of me that feels like the Eagles want it so much more than the Patriots do. They need it more than the Patriots do, and I think that there's going to be a change of the guard. It's not. I don't think it's going to be where the Eagles wind up as a franchise, but it's going to be one of those things where Brady just won't be able to get it done with this defense. I'm also going to go out and predict that it's going to be a blowout, that the Eagles are just going to cause so much mayhem. It's ridiculous, and you're going to see the Patriots front office go into mayhem. I got two more things I want to touch on. Nick Saban and Bill Belichick have never won a championship the same year. I don't think that that's going to continue. I think that that's going to continue. And lastly, I want to touch on Jeff Fisher from the St. Louis Rams Los Angeles Rams last year,
Who had both quarterbacks?
He had Nick Foles, he had Jared Goff, and he had Case Keenum.
Oh yeah, you're
He
right.
had all three of those quarterbacks last year and couldn't win. So just want to leave it at that.
Congratulations to Jeff Fisher.
Way to
everyone.
go, Jeff Fisher.
I'm gonna go in an easier explanation. I'm just gonna say the Tom Brady, the experience, the cold-headed, and Bill Belichick. They got this. Experience always trumps it. Yeah, there could be a chance that, the Eagles out of nowhere fucking do this. Although I agree the defense on the Eagles is crazy.
Another point, Gronk is banged up.
I know
he's banged up.
But stars don't matter for the Patriots.
You're exactly right. This is true.
And that's the thing. And I also want Jimmy Garoppolo to get like another bonus, even though he doesn't play in that team anymore.
This is true.
Because that dude's just good looking, getting bonuses after bonuses, has never lost an NFL game, or at least with the 49ers, right?
Yeah.
That's legendary. But I want Tom Brady to win. I want Giselle to role play with Brady like that night and just pretend she's the ref.
Agree?
And Brady just tell her.
Do you agree?
plan.
This is very simple. It's Rocky versus Giselle. It's very simple. It's very simple. Yeah. Who's gonna win, Rocky or Giselle?
Did you see the Instagram story of Sly?
No.
Yeah, he was wearing his Eagles jersey and he had his sleeves rolled up really tight, showing off his muscles. He was like, "Hey, yo, guys, we're gonna fly victorious over the stadium tonight. Let's go, Birds."
I'm gonna tell you this: Stallone cannot be the biggest sports figure in Philadelphia. He was not a real character. You know what I mean? Like, until today, Rocky's still the legacy of Philadelphia sports teams.
Hey,
he goes, how I feel about Philly.
He's won some tough fights. You've seen it for yourself.
God damn it.
You've seen it for yourself.
Isn't that incredible that Philadelphia is like, is Rocky?
Yeah. So are you going to go Rocky or are you going to go Giselle?
Even Will Smith made a song about Miami.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Giselle.
Giselle or Rocky?
I'm going Rocky.
I'm going
Rocky.
Okay. All right.
And you're Giselle?
Giselle.
Okay. Nothing is more powerful than
the power of the...
Can we put $10 on it?
Down.
$10?
Yes.
$10.
$10. So I owe each of you $10 and you guys owe me $10. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so speaking
Wow,
of...
he's
I'm so confused.
lose.
Wait.
No, don't worry. You'll win $10. I'll win $10.
Will you just tell me
$20.
Will you just tell me if I need to pay or collect?
He can win $20. We can only win 10 each.
Just tell me if I have to pay or collect. That's all I ask.
I'll let you know.
Thank you.
I gotta help the man out.
So speaking of Sly's Instagram story, I want to talk about your Instagram story. Last night you posted something about renting out your cars.
Oh yeah,
renting out some of your cars, and actually Oscar the Mexican. Which, by the way, Oscar.
Was that Oscar Falcon?
I don't know.
Is this a new Oscar
I don't know.
the Mexican?
It's Oscar the Mexican.
Okay.
But he thinks that we should talk about that, and I agree. And which one of your cars do you believe everyone would like to rent? And actually, which ones would you put up?
I was going to say, let me explain the whole thing here. Obviously, because of what we do, because we have a big audience, we're in the car world, or we're related to the car world. We're not just like car vloggers. We like to do a little bit of everything. Because we're so deep into the car world, though, in a sense where I like to buy a lot of cars. We also like to experiment in things, all that shit. So all of that comes together as a package with the YouTube channel, the publicity that we can bring, opens the door to many businesses. If I wanted to open many businesses, I could open a car dealership by myself. I could open a car renting place by myself. Body shop by myself, all of that stuff. But it takes a lot. And someone was asking me, I'm sorry that I'm going the long route. I just want to also explain the business logic behind this because someone was asking me, how the fuck do you manage all this shit?
Right.
Right? So when other people that have something already going, which is, this is what my friend offered me. His company rents cars, regular cars. He's got some cool cars, but nothing crazy. And they have a humongous fleet. They have all the permits. They have all of the insurance set. They have
infrastructure is all
set.
set.
They have all of the infrastructure set. Exactly. All of the business is already there with all of the expenses. And what he's asking me to bring to the table is just put your cars on the same lot as mine so that we can get more customers for me. You treat it your own as your own, and I'll give you all of the insurance, all of that stuff. So we're both bringing value to each other.
Right.
Obviously, it's not going to be I own 100%, he owns 100%. We got to figure that out according to whatever's going to be the best way of making it work. Who's putting the most amount of hours, who's bringing the most value, and then we'll do the percentage based on that. But because it's a very good it's a good relationship where both parties win, it's most likely his business will be his business, my business will be my business, and all I got to do is make sure that his business is somehow attached to it so that people can come in and get the cars.
Right.
As far as my cars go, the reason why it's interesting to me, I would normally say no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no need for me to rent my cars. I don't want to rent my cars. I love my cars. Great. But right now, I want to buy new cars.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to get rid of some cars. And by the way, having so many cars is also annoying because you don't get to enjoy every single one.
Right.
And this has always been a problem I've had. So now, with that said, there's new cars that I want to buy. I'm not saying I want to get rid of all of them, but I'm saying now knowing that instead of the ones that I'd be selling, why don't I just put those there and just still have the cars and see if they generate revenue? If they don't make a lot of money and it's not like a great business for me, in a year I can be like, fuck that, sell them.
Just pull them out.
Because exactly. And because you're looking at the numbers that you're going to be, he knows the numbers, depreciation, insurance, you do all of your costs up front. You know where you're going to be standing in a year. So in a year, if I'm here in the, say, the red zone, say it's not worth my time, whatever, fuck it, just sell the cars either way. But if it's a good business, it's a good business, and then that's that. I can keep going and making it bigger and all of that stuff. And the good thing about this is I know that a lot of people were like, yeah, list your car on Turo, whatever that app is. I don't have to. I can just create my own app for my own self, and it's just my own thing. I don't want to be on third parties' things. We have a great capability of building our own really fast based on the value that we bring, based on the value that other people can bring. Yeah. And just putting businesses together like that is the easiest, greatest way of doing it. When someone brings 50% of it and you bring the other 50% of it. And not everything has to be cash. A lot of people say, oh, if I had the cash, then the business would be done. If the other person is not bringing anything to the table but cash, it's really not that great. Yeah. Unless you're fucking incredible at everything you do. You want someone bringing cash and investing themselves into your company rather than just cash. So that's
it's joint venture. That's the best way to...
Joint ventures is the best way of describing it.
Yeah.
So what cars would I put? If I were going to do this based on the cars that I'll be buying, I want to say the 720S, the Performante, the AMG GTR, maybe my Ghost, but I don't know. I really love my fucking Ghost.
Yeah, that's the car you like to
love
just
every
grab
day.
and go.
Yeah, you love driving.
I know, but I also have now my Raptor and the Raptor that I'm building. So I don't know. So I'm playing with the idea of the Ghost, maybe not. The 4x4 I do because I have so many trucks.
Yeah.
And
I think that's one that would be a reasonable car for someone to experience.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think people would go nuts over the 4x4 too. And
there is something you need to do though before you do this. You have to DuPont all the interiors. Do you agree? Do you agree?
Yeah.
You cannot put these cars
No.
Everything is DuPont.
And also, what if Ivan rents one of the cars? That's why we.
What is
no. The only policy, the only thing is Ivan likes his cars DuPonted. Like we saw when he bought his car.
Yeah,
he got his DuPont.
Yeah, and also one thing you need to do when you work this joint venture is they need to have a blue light for returns. So when your cars get returned,
black light.
Black light. I'm sorry, they get black lighted. So they just.
I think that's easy. Yeah. I'll make you the black light.
No, I don't want to be the black. No, I don't want to be the black
light. Blow out
light
my eardrum.
No, holy
the black light operator.
That's the loudest Farghini's ever been on the podcast.
No,
you remember Farghini used to whisper in the podcast?
Yes, I remember that. Everyone's like, why can't Farsa just speak loudly?
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying to change my voice.
Just whispering secret. But that's the short, long, like that's the long, short version of the story. That's what I love to accomplish with this. and hopefully grow that business into something else if it works out. I'm still thinking about it. It's not a solid yes. It's not a solid no. I want to make sure that my other cars will be checked and ready, while at the same time knowing that I'm busy as fuck. And who knows when I'm going to be able to drive what, but yes.
On a serious, will you do hourly rentals?
No.
It's just 24-hour.
No, you know what? I actually do hourly rentals.
That'd be funny.
I
right?
would. Yeah. And then you roll back the. So if you go over an hour,
exactly.
and then you charge for the second hour completely.
Exactly.
You make more money that way. So
all right, guys. So you can now. It's like a partial rental ship. So if some dude's only got 15 minutes, he wants to spend 15 minutes with your car, he spends 15 minutes with your car.
I've been waiting in line to get back into the dealership this whole time. What are you talking about? That rode me over. Everybody's had that moment in a parking garage where the ticket takes you to the next hour, and you're like, no.
And by the way, could you also offer a service where they could actually pay to just spend like 15 minutes with the car on the lot?
No, that's weird. That's a good idea. Take it easy.
It's just
15
minutes.
No,
Do a Farghini walk around.
Yeah, it's Dupont.
Farghini will always be there, and you can rent Farghini out to do a walk around with the car.
Do you want to rent out yourself too in the business?
I do want to rent myself out, but for something else completely.
Good luck getting paid for that. Good luck getting paid for that.
I've been trying for
33 years.
As have I.
My wife wants money now. She's like, you owe me.
Whoa.
No.
But you know, Ivan was telling us you can actually pay for a 3-day cooling period now.
You can pay for that cooling period?
Well, you're not there. Yeah, it's like $450, $500.
But it's for cars over $30,000. Under $30,000,
I don't know.
There's your 3-day cooling period.
I don't know.
I want to say because when I did my dealership test, that was the case. But I don't know if rules changed.
But there is a thing where you could pay and you could have 3 days to return the car.
Wow.
Huh?
On a used car, I think. On a used car.
Oh, on a used car. So there's a lot of stipulations.
Well, but you can do it on a new one, or that was the case.
Let's look into that.
30-day cool up.
Let's look into that.
3-day
we'll bring it up.
And then for every 3 days we'll have a new car?
We should go. Hey, we can go test drive. No, it's only 3 days. We can go test drive.
Saying every 3 days we have a new car.
I'm sorry, I thought you said 30.
But then you're spending $450 every 3 days.
No, you're not.
Hang on.
No, you do it under 30 grand. I believe, and we have to look at this, that you can actually return the car after 3 days.
No, but he's
you're
for
free.
For
free. No. They won't charge you the $450 because it's a state mandatory thing, or it was when I did my exam, and I can't remember if it was 30 or 50 grand, but I think it was 30.
Yeah, but then you have to sit at the dealership for 8 hours to deal with the paperwork just to get to that point.
But you can absolutely get the car. And then just do your cool off thing.
Maybe this is not a good thing for us.
This is not a good thing.
I've the Americans like, guys, good news and bad news. I've been selling 50,000 cars a month, but then I'm getting 50,000 returns in 3 days.
How many cars is Ivan moving under 30 grand? He works at Exclusive.
Yeah, but here's what's happening though.
Not even the Jag, the 4-cylinder.
He's getting
30 grand.
No, but he's getting hit up for everything. He's getting hit up for service calls.
I know.
Remember the Jetta thing?
Yeah, he's getting hit for
everybody was hitting him up for the Jetta.
Yeah, Ivan's the new go-to for anything automotive.
The new, hey, something broke in my car. Or something's going on at Galpin. Can you fix it?
In the middle of the night, he's getting calls. Ivan, what's the code to my lock?
Ivan, my wife got arrested for a DUI. Can we get some bail money?
All right, moving on. The Huracan guy, he asked if...
I was so confused. I was like, the Huracan, and then you said guy.
If a new car maker comes in the market and develops a car or puts out a car that beats everything it competes to, great performance, great driving experience, would you buy a car from that car maker?
So let's tie this up with the conversation we had about the Dyson car. Right,
yes,
and not only tie it up with that. Let's tie it up with the Concept 2, the Tesla Roadster, and the 488 GTO.
So I asked you when we were getting haircuts. I said, no matter what the price of the Dyson car is, if it hits the things that it said it's going to hit, would you blindly cut them a check and buy one of the cars?
What did I say?
Absolutely.
Okay, here you go. So to answer the question, it's really long, short. Yes.
There's a lot of moving pieces within that question.
Can I give you your answer just really quick? A quick one.
Yeah.
It's because you tried their new Dyson.
Well, that's what I
hair
want.
dryer.
Hang on. So, I want to explain everything. Yeah, I do want to explain everything. Dyson's a great company. They've been innovating their space or whatever space they get into for years. 20 years, right? Or something like that.
Right.
Killing it. Dyson's been working on a supercar, hypercar. No one knows, but it's an all electric. That's the big rumor. Car. That's going to destroy everything. And Dyson was poaching people from, was it Ferrari or McLaren?
It's either McLaren or Aston.
I think
and Ferrari.
No, it was Jaguar.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Jag.
They also no. They also got people from Jag, but from the major guys, I believe they took some major from McLaren and that.
Some big company.
Now, if you've ever used a regular vacuum cleaner and a Dyson, you'd understand the incredible difference between a regular vacuum and a Dyson.
Yeah, they really suck.
If you, in a great way. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
If you've ever used a hairdryer, which is what really just stamped it on me. I was using you use a regular hairdryer just at night to like dry your hair. And Dyson made one. We went to Mikey. Mikey cuts our hair, and Mikey has a $500 blow dryer.
Yeah.
It's a $500 one.
Yeah.
And it's Dyson. And when he was showing it to me, I was like, this is the most retarded thing in the world. Who would buy a fucking $500 thing? He turns it on and does my hair. And I was like, holy shit. That was amazing. I got home and I told my wife, babe, this was crazy. Like the Dyson thing. I mean, I would never spend the $500, but it was like really well worth it. You know, it's just, I don't think my hair deserves it. So for my birthday, Belen got me it, and it's life-changing. I never want to use another one. Never.
We need Insta stories with you using your
never
your
with
please.
my Dyson. And by the way, guys, no one's paying us to do this. Dyson has no idea that we exist. Nothing. I'm just saying, they're legitimately incredibly good products.
Yeah.
And revolutionary in their many different ways in their own
and
ways.
it would be nice if they did send hair dryers and vacuum cleaners.
That too.
The fan,
But think,
heaters.
think about the quality that they put behind every product and the innovation that goes behind it, and their guarantee that goes behind it.
Yep.
You're telling me these cars are not going to make probably one of the greatest cars ever built, their first shot?
If not the greatest car, the greatest air conditioning system.
What about
ever?
What about the vacuum? And if you need to dry your hair inside, just for those three things alone, I buy it. But I'm serious.
Yeah.
I think that car could be a monster.
I have a hard time. I have a hard time understanding how it will be accepted to the market as a supercar or hypercar. Like I could see it. I could see them building the best like utility van or utility truck of some sort, just because it has all of the like technology and gadgets to make your life easier, not to make you get from point A to point B faster. That doesn't make sense to me, and how they would bring that to the table.
They kind of are better at that than McLaren. They're grabbing something so normal and just making it so extreme. So if you're asking me, Dyson's going to come in and just not be able to do that. I see it on the big car. Or you're talking about credit.
It's not execution.
Like street credit.
It's exception. Yeah,
street credit.
Street credit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be an uphill battle, but I think the goods will help him.
I'm sorry.
Could you imagine if they
Mate
did?
showed his Rimac,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
His car, his Concept 1, blew us the fuck away, blew everyone away, and now he's a major player in this industry.
Yeah.
Dyson is a massive company. My biggest problem.
If Dyson did a minivan, everyone would buy it.
That's serious. No, that's serious.
Yeah.
Dyson is going to be a humongous player in the car world. I believe they're going electric right now with all of their R&D and really putting that. I think Dyson could be a major key player.
I don't think they have any problem selling it, because every car you get a vacuum. Like who wouldn't?
No, but
who wouldn't want that? No,
It's like the bank back in the day where you get a free toaster.
Hey, come get a vacuum over here.
I think they're just a very impressive company. I'm really excited, and I would love to test it out and try it out. At the same time, they do surpass right off the bat the problem with a small manufacturer like Koenigsegg or like Pagani that can only do so much, right? These guys have how many employees? Thousands.
Yeah.
It also
Thousands.
they're sitting on cash.
They're sitting on real cash. Yeah. So if any company is coming out with a new car, new technology, new anything, that I'm like, oh, I don't know, because of the infrastructure, Dyson's going to be the one.
Yeah.
All day. If Dyson comes out with the car that I think they will come out, I'm buying that. And I think the price, even though it's going to be a little too expensive at first for people to understand it, the quality behind every single product, no matter how much money you spend, you go, well worth it.
Yep.
There's not one day I grab that fucking hairdryer and go, oh, what a waste of money for Belen. Like, it's great.
And that's the same philosophy you try to do with your brands. I try to do with Puku. Is
Absolutely.
That, like, whatever the next product is going to come out, know that it's going to have the quality. It's going to be there. It's going to be at a certain price, but know that always deliver.
Yeah, we stand behind that.
I don't understand how when you have a car like the Tesla Roadster, how a Dyson will even compete with Tesla.
But we don't know. Hang on.
Yeah.
You're 100% right, because this is at the same time Rimac is coming out. They announced they're going to come out with their hypercar
The
at
concept
Geneva,
too, right?
They haven't said anything, no names, nothing. I don't know shit about the car. I know it's going to be crazy, ridiculous, out of control.
Yeah.
But how are you going to price it too? Because you're looking at the Model S. I'm sorry, the Tesla Roadster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
250 grand will get you the battery car, completely battery car with a crazy battery range
And performance.
Mm-hmm.
The company's already got infrastructure everywhere, so they can service your car and all that stuff everywhere. Although Mate has a very good system that he in place, but how can anyone compete with Tesla?
I don't know.
How?
Only Dyson can do it.
But that's what I'm
Only
saying.
Dyson.
If anyone has a shot at this and no one's talking about it, is the Dyson guy.
Okay.
Nobody else. I think that's. So
I have a
impressive.
hypothetical.
And what do you think will happen with the value of the new Rimac with the Tesla?
I think that car is going to be an exclusive car. I think it's going to be one that only high end individuals can get. I wish that they would, and I hope that they go the route of mass marketing and mass distributing the car, or making it a supercar that,
more than just
that Lamborghini owners can go. Like, target that Lamborghini market, attack those people, because there's so many cars out there. It would be nice to see something new and groundbreaking at that level. I think the Tesla Roadster is obviously going to fall under that market. I think that they're gonna bring in a new group of people, a new segment of people into the car world and car market, because Tesla's a big fanboy type of company, similar to what Apple is, and that also had me thinking, like, okay, you have Dyson, who's groundbreaking in engineering and technology and the things that they do. If and when they release a car, what if there's also a company like Apple who is developing and bringing a car? Like, how does that compare in your mind? Would
Apple would have destroyed it, but they should have bought McLaren the way they wanted to do. If they're just going to start from scratch to create a car without a base and without all the people that already Dyson poached from every major car company, where do you start if you're Apple?
Yeah,
and also as a businessman, would you start from zero, or would you buy a great base?
Yeah, I was going to say Apple would have no chance if they started from zero.
No
chance against Dyson. But if they bought a McLaren or they bought a house like that,
it's simple. It only comes down to one thing: time.
Yeah,
and how much time you have to R&D all the stuff that you need to create. And there's not enough time in 1 year with whatever amount of money you have to do a progression of a full product.
Oh, I understand. I understand that. I do think that Apple, if they did, would have a chance, because they're Apple. And if they go to anybody, Ferrari, Aston, Lamborghini, Rimac, any of those companies, and say, hey guys, we want to start a car company, we're hiring, come on. Everyone's going to flood to Apple because they can say that they work for Apple. I'm sorry, that's just this. It's the same as the Google effect. Like, if you have an opportunity to do that, you're going to run.
I see it, but I don't know how car creatives will do in a tech creative world. With the people that we've met, do you see those guys going like, yeah, I'm going to go to Apple?
Yeah, because Tesla works well because it's a software-based company. Now you're taking hardware-based people into a software-based company.
No. We're talking about the same thing. We're talking about groundbreaking technology, people, engineers that want to do new things. Yeah. And you're saying that you can go to a company that has how many billions of dollars in cash?
Yeah. 65 billion cash.
Yeah.
But still, they'd have to start from scratch, though. Even if you have the best engineers in the world,
right? I understand. But you're creating. You're putting it in an opportunity to actually create and build something new.
This could be it, and I think tech companies should get into this right now, because why cars should be strictly to car makers,
right?
When technology is the number one driving force behind cars today.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that McLaren is doing so well, which is all the aero, less drag, all that shit. They're doing it on computers.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a guy that knows something that no one knows.
He's like,
our simulators are getting so crazy. And obviously a technology company has way more money and more resources to be able to deliver those. I just think it's the progression of that first product or first line of products that's going to take forever, and especially with the market that's so competitive. When you have like the Faraday guys with all the shit that they're getting into, Tesla, you have the people in the Middle East, You have the Chinese that are trying to get into it. You have everyone getting into this whole thing. Even Ferrari's pushing, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in Ferrari, but like, we'll make an electric car. We're going to push that SUV a year before.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Ferrari's finally like seeing it, that they're so late, but even those guys see it.
Yeah.
So I think just starting from zero might be too hard, but if they buy someone, they could easily get it done. Like, and compete at the major level in 2-3 years.
Buy like Duracell or Energizer, just they already got all the batteries. They got all the batteries ready to go. Boom.
I think Panasonic is the one. Panasonic's the
batteries?
one. They're producing some crazy batteries.
I like the Duracell AA ones, but that's because they have an indicator.
You know what, Farghini? You know what, Farghini? I'm done. So what do you think? Dyson car? Yes? No? And would you buy something?
Yeah, but
like
no. But
that?
here's the thing. You said how does it compare to the Roadster? Let's see what kind of numbers it's doing compared to.
No. I'm saying, would you buy a car from an unknown manufacturer like
Dyson?
Like Dyson?
If
you were within the price range and everything made sense.
Yeah, if I got in the car, the build quality was there, the acceleration, all that stuff, and it matched the price. Yeah, why not? I'd give them.
You'd be retarded not to, right? Value.
Yeah, and also it's gonna sound weird, but like someone in your position, like you would help push technology, push all that stuff forward if you did buy one and give it the exposure. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's different because I like just showing it.
No, I don't think it's. But I think you're a person that would help that cause. Would help. And me too. I would do that too to help. Like if it's a really dope thing and I have a platform, I can help them. I would definitely.
Because that's what I loved about working with Mate was being able to like show this to more people because everyone has to know that. Yeah, so that's what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Before that one
I'm not
video,
saying
not many people kind of.
Yeah.
Here for me, so I want to go back to his actual question. A new car maker comes to the market, develops a car, and puts out a car that beats everything it competes to. It's great performance, great driving experience. Would you buy a car from that car maker?
Yes.
I'm going to put a caveat on that. If they also have a good community of people there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
whereas the owners,
like, I don't want to.
There's no secret.
I don't want
small car companies have like some
be,
of these owners that are fucking awful.
Exactly. I don't want to be a part of a car maker if it has a bad community and
like
bad
a high school
vibe.
community.
Yeah, I don't want something cliquish. Like that's why I like the idea of Tesla Roadster, even though they have a lot of Tesla fanboys. Right?
It's different though. It's not like
different.
a little clique of douchebags.
Yeah, it's people that are excited for the product rather than excited to show off like what I have.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. And I don't think these by the way, none of these companies will do that.
I don't think so either.
They don't need the flash and dash. All they want to do is the best.
Yeah.
Right? So I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
That's a big one. And I think infrastructure would be number 2 to it.
Yeah,
but
just
I think it's part of it.
Just having
the infrastructure behind it. Yeah, for sure. I would 100%.
So I want to move on to the next question. This one comes from LB, and he's bringing up the leaked images of the 488 GTO. So this is a question specifically for you, Ali. What does the car need to have for you to consider actually buying it?
It just needs to be a great car. Whatever Ferrari's trying to sell me on, which is a track car, great driving experience, great sound, and design-wise, I have to find it more appealing than whatever it competes against, right? And also feel-wise.
Yeah.
Once you get into it, feeling-wise.
Yeah.
That's all it needs.
So do you think this will hit that?
No. I'm just based on everything that's come out of Ferrari already, I can tell you no. And I could be totally wrong, and maybe they're going to spruce up the car and just like take it to the next level. But Ferrari admitting that the car is equally as fast as a LaFerrari and Fiorano immediately tells you.
Wait.
Even if that's the case, a 720 is still quicker than that car.
Isn't Fiorano
a 720, not even the LT, just the 720S, the Performante 2.
Isn't that their own
the
track?
GT2 RS, yes. But that's what
it's
they
their
do.
own private track.
Yes, but that's what they do. That's where they test all of their cars, and their standard for everything is Fiorano. Like their.
But
own
I also want to say Ferrari's the type of company. Even this is a double-edged sword, and I know it. They're the type of company where they don't want to tell their owners that this car is going to be faster than their LaFerraris that they have.
No, they have to. When the Enzo dropped, after the Enzo dropped and the 458 came out, they were so proud to be able to say that.
I know, but the 488 GTO is not supposed. For them, it's not supposed to be that marquee car in their lineup. The LaFerrari is, and they know that they're already planning a successor to the LaFerrari, so they don't want to make those owners unhappy about it.
I see what you're saying, but
it's also 5 years old,
based on their, I'm telling you, in how they've acted and how I've seen patterns of Ferrari saying this car ain't gonna be better than even a 720 or a Performante or a GT2 RS.
So what's its direct competitor right now when it hits the market? There's a 720.
No. The problem for the problem for Ferrari people is however they want to look at things, right?
Right.
When we did the LT against the 488, everyone said, "Fuck you! How dare you put the LT against the 488? That's the track version car. Just wait for the 488 Speciale to come out, which is this one, right?" So then the 720S comes out. The 720S is supposed to be the softer, less hardcore car than the LT, right? That's just a regular street car. That's literally the one that competes against the 488.
Yep.
And Ferrari guys, when they lose tremendously to it, which it's not competing against it, it's competing against the 570. It's ridiculous to say that it's another galaxy of performance. But let's give him the benefit of let's give Ferrari the honor. Let's give Ferrari the honor to compare their car to the 720. They're both the production car, the GT, not the hardcore version, and the 720 will embarrass this GT02. And then Ferrari will say, "Well, that's not the one you're supposed to compete." And then the LT will come out. And then it's going to be the same thing. And then they're going to say, "Okay, the next Ferrari that comes out, the 500 or the 499, that's going to be the one."
The 499 a month.
And McLaren's going to be, and it's the Ferrari always saying, "No, you should have compared it to that one back then or to the one in the future, not this one." That's always like their exit strategy with this. So that's what we're going to be hearing right now. A lot of it. The car's going to be, I want to say, just based on everything I've seen and the patterns from before, I don't know, and I'm not saying this is truth and it holds as is, but the car, McLaren will make it its bitch. The Performante will make it its bitch. And the GT2 RS, let's not even fucking go there.
Actually, let's go there. Let's go to the GT2
Oh my
RS.
God.
Actually, I want to go to the GT2 RS because we discussed in one of the latest vlogs, Farghini did some investigative journalism about the GT2 RS. And and I think it's very important that we discuss it. The market of GT2 RS, where it's at, is it going to be a limited or an ongoing production? The secondary market sales and all the flippers and the pricing on the cars, like the market as a whole. I want to talk about that.
Should we explain from the start?
Please bring it from the beginning.
So the 997 GT2 RS was a huge success. It was a manual car, the biggest horsepower they put in a 911 ever.
It's called the Widowmaker, right?
The GT2 has been the Widowmaker for a long time.
Okay.
But the last 2 RS was the ultimate Widowmaker. Crazy rear-wheel drive car. Off the fucking charts, power delivery to those back wheels. The car will do massive. If you don't know what you're doing, you'll die in that car. It's too powerful for a regular person to be hooning around that car like it's nothing. So from there, they made 500 cars. When the car released, I think it was 500, 600 cars. When the car released, no one wanted it. People bought it, but there was not the craze. No one paid over, like maybe $5,000 over, if that. And then the car sat, depreciated. And when they announced they were making the new ones, fucking everyone started buying them. They went from $250,000 to $280,000, and they're right now sitting between $400,000 and $500,000 right now. So they went up like crazy. And when I was looking at them, they were $200,000. I could have bought one for $220,000.
Wow,
which I'm sad I didn't. And so that's the story with that car. It was a great success. Now the new one comes out. Porsche announces that they're going to make the new GT2 RS. It's going to be the most obscene, balls to the wall performance-wise car ever made. Performance 911 ever made. Nailed it, right? They beat the ring record by so much. Like, it's insane what they've done with that car. They created a demand. Everyone wanted the fastest car on earth. Porsche's just doing amazing things. They have like this great momentum. And then they open the orders for the car. And they say, we're only going to make between 500 and 1,000. But they didn't confirm. They just said, that's probably what we're looking at. They don't say. And all of a sudden, I start seeing that everyone on Facebook is like, I just got a confirmation. I got my GT2 RS. I'm like, that dude's never gotten a Porsche before. What the fuck? That dude's never gotten a Porsche before. So I kept asking Porsche. And now I know that the person talking to me feeds me the information he wants me to feed everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm asking him, how many fucking cars are you building, and why is everyone getting a confirmation and I'm not getting a confirmation for my car?
Yep.
And they're like, no, that's not the case. And now that the cat's out of the bag, I understand that they're just lying to me straight to my fucking face, so that I can tell people whatever they want to bullshit everyone. So here's the story. They're going to make a full production of the car for a year. Just like the GT3 RS.
Right.
the 991 GT3 RS, that car, or 991.2, is it? No.
No, the point 2 hasn't come out.
Yeah. The 991, that car, they made an ongoing production of that car for a year. There's only 1 year of that car. They sold about 3,000 and something cars of them.
When you say 3,000, do you mean worldwide?
Worldwide.
Okay.
The same's going to happen to this car. You're going to be able to order one whenever. So if there are people out there looking to buy a GT2 RS, don't give in into the paying over to the dealer. Don't right now. Just wait until the cars land. Porsche's making too many of them. The same buying pattern as with the GT3 RS will occur right now. So the top, if you go crazy with the first cars that land, you're going to see $150,000 over with PTS and no miles.
Yeah, when they land. But the question,
the first ones.
But the question that I have, and I wanted to also bring up, is like, how are dealers able to charge an over on the car when you're putting in an order?
So this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So when they land the car, the market value, secondhand value, will be $150,000 over for the first couple of them that arrive, and then he's going to stay at 100 for a little bit, then 70, then 30, and then it'll go to sticker. It's going to be a long process, but that's going to be your top, right? And that's when you buy the car from someone who's flipping the car. What's wrong here is Porsche made all of these cars because they wanted to do a limited edition, and they put the plate on the car and all that shit, right? When Porsche intended to build this, Porsche realized that they had many flippers for the 911R, that people were willing to pay way more for the cars. So what Porsche did was, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm just going to fucking cash out on those sales. Why limit the market to this when people really want the cars? So we're going to build more cars so that they can eliminate flippers and people can get their cars.
And just feed the demand.
Their own dealerships are fucking Porsche by doing this. Just like they're doing with Rolls-Royce, where Rolls-Royce said, you guys cannot sell cars without owners, and every fucking bad dealer out there is selling their demo, which they're supposed to hold for 6 months. And if they don't hold for 6 months, that destroys the market for the car. Now, the dealers are not even getting over for the car. They just want to sell it right now, which is even fucking the market more. These dealerships making the money that Porsche is intending to make is not what Porsche intended to do. And I'm sure Porsche is not aware of this.
No, that's
every dealer,
that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like if I walked into a Porsche dealership and said, "Hey, I would like to buy a GT2 RS. Here's my deposit. When am I getting it? Can you assign a VIN? Whatever." Them coming back and telling me, said, "Yeah, we'll order you one, but it's also going to cost you a $200,000 premium, which might change when the car arrives depending on market value."
But he only says up, by the way, which is retarded. Yeah. That never happens. These cars will go down because but they'll never go over 200.
I do think the first couple that land, like you said, will get the 200 whatever.
I don't even think the 200. They're making a lot of them.
No, but the thing is, when the first one lands, right, they're going to start making calls to see who's going to pay the 200 over, right? You know there's going to be something.
No. But those cars, the first ones to land, that's what Porsche is doing. They're sending it to the people that are getting their orders. So you're not going to see in those.
You're telling me they're not going to screw people over and give it to someone else who wants to give the 200 grand? You're telling me that's not going to happen? I would do that for 200 grand.
Some dealers have done that, but those dealers got in major trouble already. Like I've been in that situation.
I think 200 grand is worth it for them to get in trouble.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No. For the trouble that they all got on the past one with the GT3 RSs and the 918s, no, it's not for them. Porsche's pissed off, and they're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on because they've never had this value on their cars before, and they look at Ferrari and they're repulsed by how they act. They're trying to be different, but at the same time, this is not the way to go about it.
Right.
And again, it's not Porsche directly, it's their dealers. Their dealers are the bad people. And here's the simple thing, guys. If you want to buy a 2RS, call 5 dealerships and ask them, can I get a car? If every dealership tells you yes, but you're going to have to pay over sticker, there's your answer. There's 5 cars available from there's a car available in five different dealerships that they're offering you. That means supply demand will catch up and then prices will come down. So that's what's going on with the GT2 RS.
Because that dude didn't even ask if I have any other cars. He just went right into give me a 20 grand.
The one thing I'll be super fucking pissed is if they don't give me my PTS car, which they said they would. If they don't PTS my car the right way, I'm just going to flip my shit at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone can get anything, but fuck your PTS again. That's like the ultimate. That's it. And also, I'd love to stop buying a car from manufacturers soon and I just want to buy from secondhand and not have anything to do with manufacturers and play their stupid fucking games.
You know what?
I don't like that.
I'd rather pay a little topic to hop into is the whole manufacturer game, because Hudson in the community, he asked, talking about McLaren, he wanted to know about the MSO X or MSO 10, I guess. I don't know which way they're going, but the MSO X.
It's like the iPhone.
They just announced it to the public, and he's wanting to know how you feel about the cars that aren't attainable unless you're a part of that club with the manufacturer. Does that feel very Ferrari to you, or like?
I honestly don't like the way McLaren works. I tried telling them I want to make an MSO 720 or the LT of it. Can we get like 6 people? It's going to cost $6 million. Can we split it like $1 million each, whatever the fuck it is? They just go, no, because I am not one of those people that has $800 million. I can get the fucking job done. Yeah. I can pay for my car, but they're like, no. So this is why I'm done dealing with these guys. Also, that's not a bad thing that they're building these cars for these guys. This is a group of 10 guys that buy every single fucking car and spend every single amount of money, and they're the ones requesting, for the most part, I believe, to make these cars. Right. They're like, hey, can I give you whatever amount of money so you can build me a car like this? I got my 10 friends that we always buy the cars, and they feel great about it.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Yes.
What is this car? Can you tell me what that is? The X,
it's a street legal version of their race car.
It's a street legal version of the 570 GT3.
Yeah.
I guess is what it would be.
So 10 dudes were like, we'll pay to have this turn into street legal.
Yeah, which is great. It's great. But I don't like that they're just like, if they're doing MSO shit for people and charging you the MSO price, that they won't do it just for anyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't like that it's a private type of thing, that it's like all of this happens behind closed doors, and then boom, all of a sudden here's a special one-off edition or special 10-off edition. I think that it'd be kind of cool to have like a McLaren type of club where they're saying, hey, we're doing this, this, and this. Here's how much it's going to cost if you want to be a part of it.
But what about the Senna? They said we're only going to make 500 Sennas, then are going to be the GTRs. And now there's a rumor that there's going to be 10 cars MSO'd, aside from those, on top of it.
Yeah.
It's fine, but you're playing with first your original numbers, and then you're just throwing MSO as it doesn't count.
I just want to point out that in the front of McLaren, they do have the sign that says they have the right to refuse service to anyone. So
no, they've done great.
I just want to let you know that they do have that right. The sign's up there.
It's no shoes, no shirt, no service.
They have that sign right in the lobby.
No, I want to stop. I definitely soonish, hopefully within the year, I can stop buying cars from manufacturers, even if I have to pay over, wait a little bit longer. I just don't want to deal with them and their bullshit. I don't want to support them directly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless they're great.
Yeah.
I'll do Tesla. I'll do whatever.
And you're like,
they
unless
want.
and then you start naming all.
Yet you ordered a Dodge Hellcat directly from the dealership.
I order it from Danny.
Yeah, exactly. That's a different kind of dealership.
You
get to yell at Danny if anything goes wrong.
Get the fuck out of here.
But Nam LASV, I guess Nam Las Vegas, he wants to know why you got the Hellcat instead of a Demon. Why'd you go that route?
So what would you choose? Demon or Hellcat wide body?
Hellcat for sure.
Why?
Because the Demon, as you were describing to me, is not a daily. With the little wheels in the front and the
you can change it. They'll give you like
I know,
but the thing is,
wheels.
I'm not a drag racing guy, and I don't have a system to go change the wheels and do.
You've said 1,000 times you're a 0 to 18 miles an hour guy. This is the king for 0 to 18.
But 0 to 18 with 700 horsepower and 0 to 18 with 900 horsepower is not that much. There's not that much difference. And also, you saw me driving. You were behind me. I was at like a quarter throttle, and the car was like.
Do you need more than that?
Yeah, you don't. You can't.
We'll have to bring out the data loggers for the 0 to 18 on that test.
Yes,
I think that there's going to be a difference in the 0 to 18.
What about you?
I think I'd go with the Demon. I like the gimmick of it.
I like the gimmick of it, but I feel like I would never drive it because it's also. By the way, remember that it comes with one seat. You have to add the other one.
That's true.
Yeah, it's just.
What? Do you really want a car like that?
And
like a bare bone.
And the Hellcat, you can at least get
a back seat
as well.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Would you really buy just a Demon for?
I mean, if I were in your shoes, I would probably get a Demon.
No
way. Like all the other cars that you have. Like if it's just
buddy,
me,
I don't think you're gonna fit in his shoes. Your feet are way too big.
I know they are. I know. Actually, he's got
disproportionate
feet.
11?
But
11 and a half, 12.
11 and a half, 12. Yeah.
You're one size away from me, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Belen calls them skis. She's like, get your fucking skis off of me.
Oh, we still gotta go see DJ Ski.
Yes,
He's got a lot of time on his hands now, unfortunately. Poor guy.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is he not still doing the Super Bowl though?
Well, I mean
He's the DJ from there.
but the entertainment for the Super Bowl is done by the NFL. He wouldn't have been part of it. He wouldn't be doing it for Minnesota. He just would have been participating.
Ski. Oh, what a bummer.
Gosh, we got so much
But
going on.
we got to go see him though. Yeah.
By the way, speaking of Hellcat, I read a rumor they're going to put a Hellcat in one of the Dodge trucks.
That would be awesome.
Hellcat in a Dodge.
Like
a pickup truck. You mean?
Done before?
They did it with the Viper engine back.
Look
then.
That's right.
And those were crazy.
Yeah,
and they caught on fire.
Those were crazy.
They're like the Ford Lightning and Thunder that we've seen now. So we got to check that out. By the way,
I want to see the purple one that they haven't got.
the Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah. The Thunder.
Yeah.
What do you
That
think the
looked
horsepower?
crazy.
I'm going to say the horsepower is going to be 600.
Did you see all the shit he had
That's what I'm
underneath
saying.
it?
What do you
I
think
think it's
horsepower?
going to be like 1,000.
Yeah,
dude.
800, 900.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a big,
yeah.
it's a
We'll
big
have to
one.
ask Tommy.
We'll ask Tommy.
So let's actually that was a pretty bold prediction by everyone. I like that. I like
What?
that. And this is on the horsepower.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
What it
right.
is, what
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
Which brings us to a new segment that we're doing. It's called Bold Predictions.
Get
Yes,
it.
does.
I don't know
Get
how
it.
well that transition was, but I tried to make it work.
All
So
that matters is that you tried. That's all that matters.
Bold predictions.
So guys, so bold prediction is essentially what the title is we are going to make a bold prediction thinking that it's going to come true. It may be a long-term prediction, maybe a short-term prediction, but either way around it, it's bold. And I want to start with you, Farghini. What statement do you want to make?
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to read.
Ready.
I'm going to read a fact, and then the statement will come after the fact.
Hit it.
So there's a new SL coming in 2021, and the SL is here to live on, and it will be here till at least 2030.
That's
The
your
SL
bold prediction.
The
'Cause
SL
it
will live
won't.
on. The SL name, because there's way too many dentists and
respect it.
chiropractors and whatnot in LA. And also another crazy fact: the next version of it is going to have an 800 horsepower version of it.
Why would your dentist want an 800 horsepower car?
How crazy! By the way, look where we've come with cars.
How
Seriously.
is my dentist making so much money?
No, but that's the whole point,
Hey.
though. But like,
Hey, that's
for
why
like,
you have beautiful teeth.
yeah, but like for $1,500 a month, you can walk in and get a pull 800 horsepower manageable car that literally your grandma and you get in the car and you go.
Hey, respect. That's your bold prediction.
yeah.
Listen,
The SL will live on.
The
Till
SL
2030.
The SL will live on was a prediction. I don't think it was that bold, Farghini, but you saying an 800 horsepower version of it, that's a
Yeah,
bold
that-
prediction.
that's a
No,
bold.
that's a real thing. That's not a prediction. That's a real thing. No. The bold prediction is the SL will live on till 2030. That's a really bold prediction.
Both things are a bold
Yeah.
prediction.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right, that's mine.
What about yours?
Are you ready for a bold prediction?
Hit it.
I say that we're going to see an announcement within the next year that the 488 GTO is the fastest car on the Nürburgring.
Oh my God, no! You know
We're
what?
gonna
That's
see
a
it.
bold
We're
prediction.
gonna see
That
it.
is,
We're gonna-
by the way, that's a definition of a bold
Holy
prediction.
shit.
We're going to see an announcement.
I want to tell you this. I think Ferrari's now scared and understand the power of the internet a little bit.
Hey,
A little. I'm
it's
not
gonna
saying they
happen.
do get it 100%.
it's going to happen. Ferrari, the new king of the ring
Hold
over
on.
the GT2
and there's going to be
RS.
no drama with the video going around the ring.
I didn't say any of that. You can take that bold prediction, but I think
I
that
like your bold
either way, we're
prediction.
going to say that's going to be
That
the
is a
announcement. There's going to
crazy-
be an announcement.
I'm going to make a bold prediction right
Okay,
now.
Go.
I think Dyson's going to make a car to a level that no one can reach.
Wow. you
I
went
think
for it.
Dyson's going to do it. I
All
think
this
Dyson's
from
gonna,
you hair drying your hair?
That's
Yeah, it must be a heck of a blowjob.
Oh man, Dyson. Blowjobs.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, Dyson's gonna be number one in the super whatever car that they release. If it's just one, they're gonna be the number one in that category.
Alejandro starts getting obsessed with Dyson.
I
We
know,
come
right?
in the office and he's like,
We got to find that little mini vacuum. He had a mini vacuum for a while.
I really have to find it, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
Tata makes
Actually,
a lot of
you
messes.
just gave me a
so-
great idea, buddy. We should license the Dyson vacuums into mini ones that actually work.
They have,
Dyson mini ones?
yeah,
Like
I think so.
mini?
I don't know how
No,
many.
No.
Wait.
No,
when is this
that-
going to air?
Hey,
And how long do
we're
I
done.
have?
We're done with the bold predictions.
Okay. And now what are we jumping into?
Farghini's good news, bad news.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Farghini and everything else.
Look at this.
Announced like this.
Ferrari. The first one, Ferrari.
Ooh. Wait,
Ferrari.
what's
Yes,
the good
there we
news?
go.
Here we go. Good news. Valet gives $300,000 Ferrari to a random guy trying to impress a girl.
That's a fucking good dude.
Bad news.
Absolutely.
She was not impressed.
Oh,
Should have been the McLaren, dude.
Yes.
Should have been a McLaren. Well done.
Oh, this
Fergie.
is actually great news for technology and manufacturing of cars. A startup firm wants to 3D print customer car designs.
That is badass.
You give them a design, and they'll 3D print it. Oh, the printers are jammed.
I don't think those printers work the
What do you
same way
mean?
as these fucking do.
The printers are always. Have you ever had a printer that didn't jam?
No, but those are 3D printers. I've never had one of them.
Hey, a printer is a printer. Okay. Good news. BMW says it plans to beat Mercedes by 2020.
Oh, curious at what?
That's good news. Yeah.
Wait a minute. That's only like 2 years away. Get the fuck out of here. That's 2 years away, right?
So the bad news is that it's 2 years away.
2 years away. Yeah,
where are they trying to beat Mercedes at?
I haven't. I don't read the articles. I just read the headline. Okay.
By the way, guys, that's the way to fake news are created. So
Yes.
make sure you do read the articles.
Okay. Oh, some Ford news. Buy a Ford Ranger in Australia. Get a Mustang for 2 weeks.
Is that real?
Real.
Wow.
Buy a Ford Ranger in Australia. Get a Mustang for 2 weeks.
That is great news for Australians.
Oh, shit. Bad news, guys. Life insurance cannot be included in the financing of the vehicle.
What?
That's a really... Can you imagine you go in to buy a Ranger and they're like, hey, here's a Mustang. You're like, I really don't want it. They're like, yeah, take it.
And there's a car meet this weekend.
By the way, what do they do? They just you take it for 2 weeks and you have to bring it back, or they come. I don't. How does that whole work?
What if you're not a local?
Yeah,
they ship it to you.
I don't know.
It seems like a very problematic, but it's good news.
I have no idea.
Well, that was a good lens
Thank
toss.
you.
Yeah.
And last one, Peugeot. Are you familiar with Peugeot? A French,
Peugeot.
a French
Yeah.
brand. Okay.
Bonjour, ma petite camembert.
Peugeot CEO
Oui.
promises a return to the United States. He promises to bring Peugeot back to the United States.
I guess that's good news. More variety of cars.
Bad news. He's known to always keep his promises.
Get it? Because they're super
was that
shitty.
car ever here?
Yes, they did. Yeah,
When were they here?
We had them in Mexico too.
I would say like 20 years ago, they tried. They tried.
They had the 405, the 403,
Yeah.
the sports
Just-
one.
yeah.
Does anybody in the U.S. have one? Because I would love to see one.
Oh yeah,
Like some people. Yeah,
Like, I've never
By the way,
seen one.
There are Peugeots like but they're like $3,000-$4,000 cars.
Yeah, of course. But they had the
okay.
405 or whatever it was. It was like a big coupe.
What if they
when
come
the 8
back?
series was hot, like that came out afterwards.
What if they come back to the unit and they start naming them like the 405, the 101, the 10, the 118?
That's it we have. That's it for us.
We just gotta leave it there. Farghini, Buddy, and Alejandro, we're signing off, people. It's great to have you and great to see you. Thank you. Boop.